The more thing I Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the Not Move podcast. Am I on, bro? Yeah. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Not Move podcast. It's your boy Jimmy with my main man Ja. Ja, how you doing today, bro?
Yeah, no, I'm doing good. How are you?
That short intro caught me off guard. I'm not gonna lie to you. Normally it lasts for like 30 more seconds, but we
Yeah,
here.
it didn't do me all the way off too.
Yeah. All right, but we here. We got UFC Houston. Um, some news things real quick. Jailton Almeida got cut after losing to Kuniev. I think this is just going to solidify the fact that if you're a boring non wrestler or a boring wrestler who does nothing on the ground, because that's his past two fights. He just control. He did dominant control, but he did nothing with the control, and that's why he lost the Volkov fight, and that's kind of pretty much why he lost the Kuniev fight. Kuniev was kind of bodying him, wasn't getting taken down, uh, both of those. One was a split with the Volkov fight last time, and this one was a UD. And then they cut him just because it doesn't seem like he wants to actually fight. He just wants to lay on people. And I feel like this is big news for those who are coming into the UFC, that people are worried about. Oh, all these Dagestanis, all these other guys, all they do is just lay on people, and they're not doing anything with it. I think this is a message because bro was like 22-8. Like he had crazy a lot of finishes on his record too. So this kind of signifies to me that the UFC ain't playing around no more. They're
It's
gonna
how
be,
you do it. It's how you do it. So, like,
yeah,
I give you an example. Marab is a very boring fighter. However, Marab is very entertaining outside of his fights. So, if you're a
yeah,
very boring person overall, you're not gonna last long. You're not gonna be a championship contender. You're just gonna be a guy who wins, and then you're gonna wait until you lose, and then that's when you're gonna happen. If I'm not mistaken, you called something like this happening.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I was like, you got to do something. Especially with the new Paramount deal, all the new eyeballs going to be on the UFC. A lot easier access to watch MMA now. Um, they wanna make it more entertaining for the common viewer to watch, and just that's a main complaint from the casual fan is all they're doing is like the casual fan doesn't like really like grappling to begin with, but especially the type of grappling that it's just like you're just laying on them, you're just going for position rather than advancing for a submission. You're just doing it for control, I should say.
I mean, I can speak for them when I say this. I can speak for the casual fans who just watch UFC, nothing really else outside of it. It's not that so much is that if you're a boring fighter. If you're a boring fighter, but you entertain me leading up to the fight, okay, we can work with you. Like the common fan or the casual fan will be okay with you. It's the you're boring in general. You don't make
Yeah,
me laugh. You're not exciting. You're not
yeah.
doing nothing to promote fights. You're just fighting. No one really wants to see that. That's why a guy like Leon Evans, even though he's a stand-up guy, no one really cares for Leon because he doesn't. It's no real personality.
Leon Edwards, is that what
Yeah,
you're
it's
talking
no real person. Yeah, it's no real
about?
personality.
Yeah, all right. Ja don't like Leon Edwards.
I
Not.
mean, it's not me. It's everyone else. Okay,
All right.
I
In
think
other
Leon's
news,
a
we
pretty good headshot dead.
headshot. Yeah. There we go. In other news, we got the money grab of the century for MMA for female MMA. You got Ronda Rousey making her in-ring return after a decade, and Gina Carano making her in-ring debut after 17 years. Hadn't even fought in the UFC before. Was a Strike Force girl, and then she was 7-0, and then she fought Chris Cyborg and got knocked out, and then she retired. And then she's been in movies. She was in The Mandalorian and stuff like that. Like been an actress. She's been doing that. So now all of a sudden she wants to come back in the ring, and they're doing it on Jake Paul's promotion because they know those guys on Netflix. It's a cash grab. I feel like it's like I was going over it with you earlier, bro. I just think, I mean, they can build this up. It's People are going to watch it because it's easy access. It's on Netflix. A lot of people got Netflix, something to watch, but I don't know if it's going to be that elite level of
Uh,
MMA.
One
Like
round. It doesn't
Ra-
pass one round. Whoever wins.
Rousey's 39, and I believe Carano is 42 or 43. Like and a lot of like the newer UFC fans don't even know who Carano was because she never even made it to UFC in the first place. I mean, she was knocking people out left and right, but it's not very like notable names from what I recall. And then she ran into the real deal and Chris Cyborg and got smoked. So I don't know.
Yeah. So my strike force. So younger guy, obviously, because strike force was around when we were kids. I really
Yeah.
wasn't too into it. I think it was it BJ that was tearing? No, it was someone in that division who was tearing it up. Around Matt Hughes and all that stuff. That's the only people that were relevant to me in Strikeforce at the time. And then when the UFC bought it over, I just stopped watching it altogether. Like paying attention to it, not really caring for it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Rousey just goes out there and ragdolls her. But I mean, regardless, make your money, do what you got to do.
It's
Um,
either, it's either Rousey by submission round one or Rousey loses by KO round one. Regardless, it's not lasting the full. It's not lasting the full round.
Yep. And then we got some confirmed fights. They got Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira in Miami, UFC 327. That's exciting.
Hey, you called that fight happening.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be in Japan though. Um,
Uh, I
I
think
guess
they
they
get
moved
it.
it up. Yeah. And
I,
then the rumor is Oldberg versus
yeah,
Yuri for the light heavyweight title, and Alex Pereira versus Gon for the heavyweight interim heavyweight title. While Tom
yeah.
Aspinall, I don't see Tom Aspinall coming back in 2026. He probably won't fight until 2027.
I don't think. I think he's done.
He might be done. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. You know I got bad eye problems too. Like I got glaucoma. I've had my retina detached. Bro got fingered in the eyeball, bro. Like bro's on 34 drops a day. That's more drops a night. That's like when I was having eye surgery when I was a kid. That's how many I was
He's,
on. Like
he
it's
still can't hit
insane.
the bag properly.
Yeah, and he can't he's still having trouble like seeing his own kids, seeing like just walking in general, seeing now.
He can't.
He I think it's sad. It's so sad, bro. I
He
hate
can't
it for him because he was my guy in the
do
heavyweight,
anything.
bro. He's a good guy. Always cheerful, never disrespectful. You
And
know,
then
he had the
everybody turned on him.
little duck thing for John Jones. I thought he was making a meme of it. I thought we could have done something with that, and then everyone turned on. And the thing is, though, the thing about it that I hate the most is, bro, everyone's like, "Oh, he was getting his butt kicked by Cyril Gahn in round one." I was like, "That's round one. It's a 5 round fight, bro." Like,
But yet he was up. From what they
yeah,
said, he was up on the scorecard
uh, and it was like two or three strike more or something. It wasn't even like crazy.
with
But
gone through more and had only two more thrown punches. I mean, he connected
it's
punches. He threw more. Gone had more volume with less impact than Aspinall.
yeah. I
Aspinall
mean,
clearly would have won.
they just see the bloody nose and like, oh, he's bleeding already. But I don't know. I'm gonna go all night if we talk about that. But
Yeah,
that's
and they
not
got
what we're
put
here
on
for.
more than once. It was more than once. It was multiple
Yeah,
times.
yeah, multiple times. But see, me and you on the same page with that. You know, I was glad to see it because a lot of MMA fans are just like, oh, he's scared, this, that, and the third. But you know, we're not here for that. We are Tom Aspinall defenders here on this podcast, but hey, we're talking about UFC Houston, Strickland versus Hernandez. Let's just roll into that because I don't think the Dan Hooker files that's going on, the stuff going on with him, I'm not going to risk talking about that on YouTube because this is such a young
And
channel. You know what I
thankfully,
mean?
thankfully, I don't know. I'm not a. I stay off of Twitter and things like that. So thankfully, I don't know anything about it.
All right,
All I
roll it
want to
up.
say is
Oh yeah,
Max is the goat. Anyway,
Max is yeah. Quick little footnote. I'm 24-13 over these three first events, and Jaw is 26-11. We did miss one fight, the Rinya Nakamura fight. We were just going through it fast, but it's all good. We still like if you look at our records, we're still positive by a lot. You know, too bad I can't string them together in a parlay, but you know, there's always this tomorrow. So come on.
and so I realized I need to stop doing this because I picked against myself on a parlay and lost.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You fade your, maybe I should start doing that. I don't know. We're both doing pretty well though. We're both positive by more than like I'm almost positive by double. You are positive by double.
It was one. I forget which fight, but it was a fight where you was like, you can. I picked, and then I'm listening to you. Someone
Oh,
them
I
doing my leg.
convinced. Oh
I'm like,
no.
yeah, Jimmy might actually be right, and then I lost.
Well, that Oban, the Yezov fight was a robbery, and the Oban Alien fight, bro. That those two on that 325 card, I'm still mad about. I can't believe they lost that way. You were right on that Batista call though. That was bro like dominated Oliveira. I was like, oh
I
my
told you,
gosh.
told you.
All
All right,
right.
so let's get to this card. The first is Juliana Miller versus Kyle Judas. Personally, I think they do the woman terribly. I think they should be on the main card, but you know. Anyway, I'm gonna go Carly Judy's.
Yeah, Judice is an insane striker. A lot of volume, has a lot of power. Has been knocking a lot of chicks out. Miller's okay on the ground. She's got a good base, but I don't. I think it's lights. It's wraps for her. I mean, Judice has been in wars, and you know she lost a split decision and still assigned. That's because they see hope in her. Like she has this like top potential, and I feel like she's going to go out there and make a statement. Probably KO.
Yeah, I like her a lot. I think she has potential. I think she'll be up there. Within a year or two, we'll be seeing her name
Bro,
in the top
oh
15.
yeah, that fight on the Contender Series was like one of the best female fights I've seen in a while. Like that's up there with the Zhang Wei Li versus Joanna fight to me. I was like those two. I was like, dang, they were just throwing, bro, haymakers.
Hmm. And next is Jordan Levitt versus Yadir. I'm gonna go Yadir on this one, honestly.
Yeah, I like Yadier on this fight too. He was involved in that Bagdasarian thing where he was the guy through the fight, but he had no idea. But this guy is a monster, bro. He's good on the ground. He's got really good hands. He's a Cuban problem, and Jordan Levitt, he's a good wrestler. Like I'll give him that. He's good on the ground. He's got jujitsu, but it's I don't I think he was a bit slow at lightweight, you know, like he wasn't really like the fastest guy. And then he goes and cuts down to 145. And this is a faster division. So I feel like if you're slow at 155, you're going to be even slower at 145. And like he made weight, like he was looking all right, he like, but I just don't think, it's going to be the right move. I think this is a catapult spot for Yadier. I think he goes out there and makes a statement.
Yeah, me too. Next is Phil Rowe versus Gene Paul, and on I'm gonna go Phil.
You know, go Phil Rowe, the old,
Yeah,
the defender, man. You know, Phil Rowe, he's got the reach, and he had that crazy comeback win against Ange Lusa. But my problem with Phil Rowe is he just like he when he gets taken down, he's comfortable on his back, and that's what I don't like. And I feel like for that reason, I'm gonna go with Jean Paul just because he's a fun up and coming fighter. He's had a crazy KO, but it was against some no name guy, like some guy who was just like a gym teacher or something. So like it wasn't nothing crazy. It was like on the Contender Series, but Bro's really good at grappling. He's a jiu-jitsu ace. I think this will be Jean Paul by decision though, because Phil Rowe's got the reach, and he's real the better striker in my opinion. But the thing is, when Phil Rowe doesn't really use his reach when he's striking. He always gets in close. So like having the reach disadvantage doesn't really bother me there. But I'm gonna go Jean Paul. I gotta catch up on the scorecard, bro. Gotta catch up to you, bro.
Jesus.
No, you cut out, dog.
Yeah, my fault.
No,
Next
you
is
good.
Ramirez versus Serrano.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go Ramirez. I don't know. There's just something about this fight where I just think he's gonna get it. I don't know.
Yeah, this fight's interesting. This could go either way. This is a good matchmaking fight. Soriano's are heavy-handed. He's a wild striker. He doesn't really like throw very like like format style punches. He just kind of goes crazy in there. And Brahimaj is like the clean. cut boxer out of the two, but the thing is that both of them are really good on the ground. I would give the advantage to Brahimaj, but I don't know. This could go either way. Soriano, ever since he dropped down from 195 to 170, he's been wrestling a little bit more, and I think Brahimaj is a better grappler than Soriano is, and he finds a way to get this. He goes for the submission more than Soriano does. I'm just worried about the heavy-handed, the crazy this punch could land type thing. I'm gonna go with Brahimaj, but this could go. I wouldn't be surprised if Soriano came out with the upset, but I'm on Brahimaj too. Just those
Yes.
crazy
This is the
strikes he
most
throws.
so far. We've been only one we disagree with each other.
Yeah,
Ne-
I'm sure there are more.
Huh?
I said I'm sure there'll be more.
Next is Nora versus
Jocelyn.
Edwards. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jocelyn. I'm going Jocelyn, of course.
yeah, me too.
I
But
have to. It's just because of the money. I have to go. Shout out to
I,
my fellow black women out there.
Jocelyn's been steadily improving. They've had this is the rematch between them. They had this fight in France like 2 years ago, and Nora's debut, and it was like a French home crowd for Nora, and it was a controversial split decision. And like Nora's so one dimensional. She's just a striker. She can't get nothing going on the ground. And like Jocelyn's improved so much on the feet, like it's insane. And she mixes in the takedowns as well. I think Jocelyn gets her revenge here. And she started training with Valentina too. So she started training with the goat. It's gonna rub off on her. So shout out Jocelyn.
To that comment, yes, it is confirmed. It is confirmed. Yeah, what's it called?
What'd you say?
Shamaya versus Yuri. Is that just got confirmed? Confirmed or
I don't know. I haven't heard nothing. What I saw was they were trying to do Yuri versus Oldberg. Nah, Chamayo's not even in that weight
yeah,
class. Nah, that's
she was
he's
like,
bait. He's baiting
that's
you.
what, if that's
He's
confirmed, I'm confused.
yeah. It's not. It's not. Shamayev is a Shamayev middleweight.
Yeah, isn't that like, yeah, I'm confused. Like, is that's
It's
confirmed?
what Strickland and Fluffy's fighting for. That's 185.
Yeah, that's what.
Yuri's 205, brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's what I said. Is that confirmed? Like he moved into the like and threw me off for a second.
I mean, Chimaev, there was rumors of Chimaev wanting to move up, but he has to defend his belt before he can move up. He can't just get the title and dip, bro.
I mean, he can, but he's not going to be allowed to.
Yeah, they would make him drop it.
Yes, he's going to have to drop it regardless.
Yeah.
But next is Lewis versus Alden. I'm gonna go Luis. Luis for this fight.
Is this Korea?
Yeah, Korea.
Oh, versus Luger. Okay. All right. So let me break this down. I might switch your mind up here, Jaw, even though I am chasing you. I'm gonna try to persuade you here. Corey trains with Joshua Van in Houston. He represents. It's in Texas. It's in his back home. Like this is in his backyard. He's got dynamite in his hands. He throws the crazy punch combinations, and he's good on the ground. He's a well-rounded fighter. Got really good boxing combos, and he has more wins in the UFC than Gorilla Louis does. While Louis been in the UFC longer. Louis is 0-2 in the UFC, and Corey is 1-0. So just
Yeah, yeah, that doesn't move me.
it doesn't move you. Okay. Well, in Garuli's last two fights, he got KO'd by Ode Osborne, who's later up on the card, and then he got knocked down a couple of times by Jesus Aguilar. And I think Corey hits harder than both of those guys. But stay on your pick. I'm gonna catch up. This is where I catch up. This is where I'm climbing back.
next is
Corey KO.
next. Funny enough, is Odie Osborne versus Albi Idris.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna go
Idris.
Odie.
Yeah.
I'm going Odie.
Are you going Ode?
Yeah,
I'm going Ode too. I think the experience is just too much, bro. Like, and he's kind of weird because he'll lose the fights you expect him to win and win the fights you expect him he won't. Like, Ode's weird. You know what I mean? But I mean, he's a really good fighter. He's got the reach advantage, and Idris. Though he's the Kazakhstan, you see the Kazakh flag, you're like, oh, he's a grappler. He's not a grappler. He's a striker, and I feel like Ode's a better striker. You walk forward, you're going to get smoked, but and Ode can control the range very well, and he's can get up against like a grappler like Idris because I don't believe Idris is that top level grappler. Um, so I'm going Ode too. Shout out to the Jamaican. He's a dog too. Get your money on him, bro. That's a dog right there. It's an underdog pick.
Okay, next is the last fight on the prelims. It's Chadi versus Carlos Lira.
Leo.
Yeah, Lira. Um, I think this is gonna be close. I think Carlos barely gets by.
Mm, I'm going Chitty and Jaquani, bro. I'm just such a fan of this guy. I feel both of them has had some like crazy last couple fights. I mean, Carlos Leal's coming off of getting slimed out by Super Salikov, who was on steroids. um, Chidi's coming off and knocking somebody out. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's just I feel I've been watching Chidi for so long. I just want him to win. This is just a complete homer pick, but I'm just going with my dog, bro. I think it's gonna be a good fight regardless. I think someone's getting probably smoked. I think Chidi's the one who edges it out. But his chin's been found before, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, hold on, my other phone turned off.
No, you good, brother?
Uh, the next fight is Zach Reese versus Michael Pereira. And
Mm.
oh, Zach Reese, simply put, I don't like Michael Pereira that much as a fighter, not really.
Yeah,
And one time I played UFC before, right?
yeah.
I wasn't paying attention on anything. I ran him except Pereira, and then I lost with him, and ever since then I don't like him.
Everything. You never liked Michelle. Well,
Yeah.
Michelle Pereira is a one. Like he gasses out really fast. Like it's first round or bust with him, and
And
Zachary
that's
is the
how I
same.
lost, by the way.
Yeah, Zachary is really good. A really good striker. I feel like someone's getting knocked out here. I'm gonna go with Zachary as well, just because I think he can. If he gets past the first round, he's good. My thing is that he did like Pereira's like his cardio is up and down because he lasted 5 rounds with Fluffy, but then he gets smoked in uh, the fight before that. He's just up and down, man. I don't know where he's
I
at.
mean, but Fluffy doesn't have that. Like he has it, but he's not going to put you out. Also, Fluffy is more or less like,
He's the cardio king. He
yeah,
runs it.
he's
Yeah,
more conservative. He's not going to try to gas himself out. So a
yeah,
guy like Pereira can easily just maintain stamina because he's the one who's dictating how aggressive the fight is going to be. So if you're a guy who's more aggressive in him than him, he's going
yeah,
to gas up quick. You have to bring the fight to him. He doesn't have it.
yeah.
That,
Fluffy's always the
mm,
one pouring on the gas tank. I guess we'll
mm,
talk about that later on in the fight
yeah,
for his fight,
that's
but.
that's
But I
something
guess we
that
both on Reese, right?
you watch Pereira. That's something that you honestly realize.
Yeah.
He doesn't have it. If you bring the fight to him, he doesn't have the gas. Anyway, moving on. The next one is Jacoby Smith versus Joshua Harwell. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Jacoby.
Yeah, bro. Jacoby Smith is like this is what happens when like UFC started getting mainstream and people realized that UFC fighters were getting paid. This dude Jacoby Smith is huge, bro. He's an athlete, and the brother he's fighting, Josiah, he's been around MMA for a while. He was supposed to fight JDM, but he had like some brain thing that happened to him, and he had to take a step away. But he came back. He beat it, I think. So congrats to him. But I don't think this is a good matchup for him. I think Jacob Smith is better than him in every way right now. Shout out to him for you know coming back. But I don't know. I'm gonna I'm gonna rock with Jacob
He
Smith.
did. Shout out to him,
His
and
his hands are
thankfully he was able to come back.
insane, bro. Like bro, Jacob Smith's hands are nuts. Like he's like if a football player was like, you know what, yeah, or a linebacker, right, was like, you know what, I'm gonna stop playing football. I'm gonna focus solely on fighting. And
We've seen that before. We've seen that before.
yeah,
Greg Hardy was not good. Anyway, next fight. Next is Sergio versus Ante. I'm going. I'm going Sergio.
I'm gonna go to Lehigh just because he's getting the revenge for Tom. Man, this is Tom's gym, even though Tom bodied Sergey, but My thing is Sergey's just he's just good on the ground. He's got good submissions, but I feel like Dewey is the better striker. And he's got good takedown defense. So I feel like Sergey will gas out. But
I remember
uh
Sergey has power.
yeah, Sergey do got power. He it is heavyweights, you know.
Yeah,
Them
he's a
hands can
boomer. He's a
fly.
boomer bust though. He's boomer bust.
Yeah, I just like Dalia. I just like that camp. I want some redemption for that camp after what Tom, you know. Let's do it for Tom, Ante. Come on, brother. That's kind of where my head's at. I haven't really been looking analytically at this. I'm just like, do it for Tom. That's just how I've been picking this fight.
The next is Dan Ige versus Costa.
This
And
fight was so hard to pick, bro.
really? To you?
Yeah, to me, yeah,
Uh, I mean,
because
I'm
it's like one of my favorite
Costa.
up and it's one of my favorite like newcomers versus like my dog. Like I like Ige a lot just because he's been there for a while. He's Hawaiian. He's he's the dude, bro. 50K Ige. He's always fighting for the fight bonus. Now it's 100K Ige because the fight, you know, thing they're making more money now. I don't know which way you leaning. I'll tell you
I'm
how
going
I see
Costa.
it. You're going Costa. You're going with the new blood.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I got to go Ige. That way, someone has to be right. You know, I was leaning that way anyway, but you know, I just feel like Costa's got a little bit more to learn. Buddy is insane at Muay Thai. He's got all eight uh skills down. You know, hands, knees, elbows, feet, bro. It's nasty, nasty striker, and he's won decisions. He's got KOs. He's been in the ring. It's just Ike's just got that heart, that dog in him. He doesn't have quite the kickboxing level that Costa's got with the like his kicks and stuff. He's got like a little snappy front or snappy leg kick, but that's about it. He don't really like throw the high kicks or that Costa does or nothing like that. But it's just his boxing and his heart, you know. He's got pretty good wrestling too. Not nothing crazy, but enough to survive on the ground. That's why I'm just gonna pick Ige and hope, you know, that's just my dog. I gotta go with the boy. And it's good money, you know. Everyone's like, Ige gets to this spot every time. Is Ige top 15? Is he not? You know, can he beat the next guy up? Because he's fought Diego, lost. He fought Lerm Mofreen, lost. You know, it's been on a skid, but he was been on a skid against the top guys. And you know, it's kind of reminds me of who was it? It was the dude in light heavyweight that was on a skid, and he just kept on losing and losing.
This person and this person. And
Okay, well,
I'm
well,
sorry. I didn't know I wasn't muted.
no, you're good. You're good. We'll wrap it up. I don't want to go on no crazy tangent. We can go to the next fight.
That's. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
Uh,
you're good, brother.
uh, Next is Jared Neal versus Midic. I
The
don't like
arrows.
Alex fights. I just don't like his style. I think it's like bland to me personally. I'm gonna pick him to win, but I really don't like the way he
Yeah, like
fights.
Jeff Neal.
No, I think it's bland to me. Like,
Yeah, the little peekaboo, like the off center, like his boxing
yeah,
style.
yeah, I
Apparently,
don't.
apparently he said he had like a really big drinking problem or whatever. Like he would quit drinking like 2 weeks before, but now he said he's completely sober. So we'll see how it changes his fighting style. Uros Medic is either boom or bust. He's either getting knocked out or he's knocking people out. He's never like none of the latest his fight made it to was like 3 minutes into the third round. So we'll see. You know, Jeff Neal's like defense, boxing defense has a lot to be desired. It could go either way, but my favorite play is under 1.5. But if I had to pick a side, I would probably say Euros just because, you know, he's coming in here fresher. But I could be wrong. The new Jeff Neal, new and improved Jeff Neal could surprise me.
If that was his thing and that's what was helping him win and he stopped, mm, I don't. Next is Strong Strickland versus Anthony Hernandez. I don't even care if it's not the right thing. I want Strickland to lose. I don't personally care. Strickland loses. I hope he gets knocked out. I really hope he gets knocked out.
Yeah, this fight to me determines who's putting on the pressure here because Hernandez is a pressure based fighter and like Strickland is also a guy who's normally on the front foot as well, and neither one of them are the greatest off the back foot. So to me, the winner of this fight will probably be decided by round probably round three because both of these guys have really good cardio and they got really good hand speed. But hands, but the thing is like Strickland doesn't have that KO power. I don't think well Fluffy has like a light switch KO power neither. And Strickland's been in there with Adesanya, DDP, all these guys, like the best of the best, Alex Pereira. Like he's been in the lab, like he's been in the ring with them, going the distance. So I don't know. This fight could go either way. I probably would. You know what? I'm just gonna say Fluffy. Fluffy puts on uh the performance he needs to just to get Strickland out of the way. Strickland's been causing a lot of problems for Paramount. People are realizing who Paramount's realizing who they're dealing with when they saw that press conference. I'm sure a lot of people were talking about that. The execs were like, "Is this guy really worth it?" I don't know. I think Strickland's a good fighter. The person he is, he's not the greatest, but I think that'll wrap it up for us. To be honest, at the Not Move Podcast UFC show. Go at the top left corner, use the QR code, scan it. It'll take you to notmove-shop.fourthwall.com. Scroll down. You know the drill. It's got all the sponsors there. W.GG, Walmart, not NFL Shop, MLB Shop. Use promo code NotMove, get 10% off. BetUS and mybookie.ag. Jai, you got anything you want to say to the people before we go?
Um, hey, everybody have a great day, and as always, not moved out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go make some plays this Saturday, boys.
Let's all win some parlays this week.
Yes, sir.
This non-casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.